G'day folks, and welcome once again to another edition of Pyramid to Premiership with me, Baz. You can contact us on our YouTube channel, that's BazAD610. We're also available on our Twitter feed, which is Offside Pies, that's offside_pies, the home of the football fanatic. So here we are, Forest Green Rovers, Pyramid to Premiership, and I have to say the Premiership seems like a long, drawn-out, distant and unfathomable dream. I don't think the Premiership is going to be attainable anytime soon for Forest Green Rovers. We've had a bit of a stuttering run of late. Last time you were here, in the last episode, we had a very creditable and encouraging 2-1 victory up at Cambridge United. Little punt on the cam, bit of historic culture, spot of lunch in the city centre seemed to work wonders for the players. They then went on a 2-match losing streak. Yes, we've resumed that habit. We've picked up that habit again. Accrington Stanley came to the new lawn and comfortably beat us 3-1. I have absolutely no objection to that at all. We were outplayed from the first whistle to the last. However, up at Notts County at Meadow Lane as Alan Smith returned to face his former club. The media made a big brouhaha out of that, and he did perform exceptionally well. A real captain's performance from him, particularly in the second half. We did go 2-0 down, but then we did resuscitate ourselves in the second half. We clawed a goal back, and then in the second half we played possibly the best 45 minutes of football that we have produced this season. It might sound rather paradoxical, but that is the best football Forest Green Rovers have played under my tutelage of the season thus far. We sounded a bit Australian at the start there. I just realised that. G'day. We're going to have to extricate that and desist from this. I mean, Australians, I don't really mind Australians, but every time I sound Australian, I always sound passively aggressive, or I always sound a bit like Joe Mangle from Neighbours. Do you recall Joe Mangle? Or Doug Willis. Get the garbage out in the ute. Where's the ute? What was a ute? Was it short for a utility vehicle? Would we call it, what, a truck? A trailer? Who knows? If you're Australian, perhaps you can comment below and enlighten us. I also need to just point out a slight disclaimer. Many people have been asking me, I'll take the opportunity to do this now, get it out of the way, before we embark on a bit of football action. Many people have been asking me why I don't have sophisticated or snazzy intros or thumbnails. Well, I could make them, and if you do want me to elaborate and artistically tart up my YouTube videos, then by all means I'll do it. I'm more than capable of doing it. But I just feel that the content speaks for itself. Now, by no means am I having a go at the creative geniuses who abound on the internet, both with FIFA 2018 and with other football simulations. There are others, you know, and I think you know the other football simulation predominantly that I am referring to at this moment in time. Many people go for these sophisticated, artistically bohemian, dazzling, awe-inspiring thumbnails and videos. You know, you're swirling into another dimension of time and space. You're getting sucked in to some kind of virtual reality festivity. Now, I could festoon my YouTube video page with all sorts of bells and whistles, but I think sometimes with the thumbnails being so over elaborate and the video introductions being quite so Hollywood-esque in their production, sometimes it does bait your breath and you sit there expecting, oh right, this is going to be compelling, this is going to be really exciting, and then oh no, is that all you've got to offer, son? What a big, bad, damp squib. And I think in YouTube it definitely is the case that it works via word of mouth. It's like all advertising. If it's good enough, it will get out there. It will start getting popularity. And I just feel that, but not all the YouTubers that produce snazzy and sophisticated videos and intros are by all means offering poor or superficial content. I just think there's a preponderance of YouTubers who do produce superficial content and try, I think, to mask it and hide it and cover it up by scintillating and stunning graphics at the beginning. Just the way I feel. If you disagree, or indeed you agree, then feel free to comment below this video. You're more than entitled to do so. I would be interested in your opinion, though. I mean, I can bend time and space with my introductions and my thumbnails. I've got a DeLorean parked out the back that can aid me with that. No problem, son. So if you want me to be Mr. Sophisticated, if you want me to become the next Steven Spielberg, then by all means I'll do it. But at the moment, I just don't think it's necessary. I think the content trumps it all. I think the content's too good for that. So we'll just go with the content, shall we? We'll just go with the superficial meat and the quality. Yeah, let's just go with that. Anyway, we're at home to Newport County today, another tough, demanding test. James and Murphy are forming the inchoate beginnings of a rather neat partnership in the front two forward areas. They combined exceptionally well against Notts County last week. Very unlucky not to have a goal each, in fact. Murphy had a header directed straight at the goalkeeper as the game closed into its final 5 minutes, and James, his pace, oh my goodness me, his pace, Notts County just didn't know how to handle him. So hopefully we'll get a bit more of that today. So we've got the front two, which is rapidly becoming a settled front two of Luke James and our youth product, the boy that was playing reserve team football not that long ago, Rhys Murphy. That's the front pairing for us today as we embark on this fixture against Newport County. Midfield trio, Wishart, Smith and Osborne, and the back five of Whittle. Whittle retains his place in the left back berth because although Scott Laird has recovered, I think he's not fully fit, and we won't rush him back. We'll give him an opportunity to fully recuperate. So Alex Whittle, who had a marvellous game, an exceptional game against Notts County last week, he will retain the left back berth, and then it's Roberts, Downs, Collins and Bennett at right back. Okay, let's get into this. We are starting to stumble down the table somewhat, and we're in a precarious position at the foot, but we really have to revive ourselves. So Notts County Notts County on the brain. Forest Green Rovers get the game underway. Downs knocks the ball out wide now to Roberts. Roberts looking for an option, assesses the positions ahead of him, but then immediately gives away the ball to Tozer, who launches it into the penalty area, and nobly gets a header on goal, but it balloons over the crossbar. But the first tentative effort on goal goes the way of Newport County. Yep, that's high wide and not too end from Shan. Goal kick, Russell. He was in inspired form. He was like a man possessed against Notts County. Save after save after save. Agility. Oh, marvellous. Absolutely supreme display. And I think it's being justified. Our decision. Oh, and the header comes in and it's dealt with by Whittle. Eventually gets it away, but it only goes as far as Wilmot in the Newport County left wing berth. It comes out to Osborne and he smacks the ball away. Header falls now for Dolan. Quigley looking for a space and an option. Dolan confronted by Osborne, but the ball comes into Quigley, slid across the face of goal, and both the Newport County forwards miss it. It somehow manages to trickle across the 6-yard line. Both Newport County strikers were left rather flummoxed by that, and they both missed the ball. Oh, much to the relief of everyone connected with Forest Green Rovers. We were saying that in the last match, Alex Whittle had a reasonable game as well, and the goalkeeper, absolutely phenomenal. Great display from him. Wishart lays the ball out wide now to Alex Whittle. Whittle, can you take your man on? Oh, surely that's an obstruction, referee. Surely. Nope, he's given the throw in to Newport County. Whittle gets the header on, falls to Rigg. Newport County looking dangerous, but Alan Smith, who was such a influential ball winner in the match against Notts County, does what he does best, and he's certainly getting fitter. Yeah, we were talking about the goalkeeper actually. I think our decision has been vindicated to drop Bradley Collins and bring Russell in. Roberts comes over and tidies up and then clears. Ball plummets down out of the sky, gathered by O'Brien, played inside now to Dolan. Dolan looks up and finds Rigg. Nice control by Rigg, just dabs it out to Poggenberg. Nubly plays it in to Quigley, and that's a scuffed effort, a rushed effort by Quigley, and the ball just dribbles wide of the Forest Green Rovers goal for a goal kick. Yeah, it looks as though Russell has snatched his place, grabbed his place with alacrity, and he's gripping onto it for dear life. He's now very much our first choice goalkeeper. He's now been very much installed in that position. Of course, we know we've got adequate cover. Bradley Collins can come in should that be necessary. 0-0, 18 minutes gone. Dolan comes forward for Newport County. Here's Tozer, flicks the ball into Quigley just on the edge of the 18-yard box. That's a bad ball, thumped clear by Forest Green Rovers. Up towards James, he makes a menace of himself, and Bennett has to come in and assist his colleague and then smuggle the ball away. Osborne, oh dear, he didn't look up, just knocked the ball out of play, and Newport County have a throw-in. One thing I did notice about the Notts County match was that they were sponsored by Jacob Bugg. I'm assuming that's... Oh, and Newblay's in now behind, and a great finish from Newblay. That was a wonderful finish. Takes it with supreme aplomb. The ball fell to him invitingly. One touch to control, one touch to dispatch. And Newport County, well, they've been promising this for some time. They've been looking dangerous in and around our penalty area, buzzing around with intent. And Newport County, not Notts County. Oh, that's a lovely piece of play by Frank Newblay. He has the experience. He's played at a much higher level, of course. Just sweeps his foot round that ball, knocks it into the bottom corner. Russell doesn't have a prayer, and Newport County go 1-0 up here at the New Lawn. Forest Green Rovers 0, Newport County 1. Frank Newblay, after 22 minutes, that's his 5th goal of this campaign. So Newport County go ahead. It's a familiar and rather depressing story for Forest Green Rovers this season. However, can we carry the spirit and the endeavour that almost got us a point? In fact, almost got us all 3 points against Notts County. We were incredibly unfortunate not to pick up something from that match. So hopefully that will instill a belief in us that we can get a recovery. Ball slipped in, looking for the pace of James, but Day's alive to it and comes hurtling out of his goal to smother the ball. Newport County coming forward again with Wilmot. Wilmot passes it inside to Tozer. Tozer knocks it into Rigg. Rigg tries to play the ball wide, but Bennett's there and makes the interception for Forest Green Rovers. Here's Roberts, looking forward, and Whittle does have the ball and eludes the Newport County player. And what can Whittle do now? If he plays it inside, there's a chance. He delayed and delayed and delayed, and he delayed far too much, and the chance was gone, and Luke James's position was covered. That is bitterly disappointing from Alex Whittle, but here's a chance again for James. Having to drop back, loses the ball to Tozer. Rigg plays it into Quigley. He's got Newblay on the run again, but that's a misplaced pass. Newblay's not going to get anywhere near that, and Bennett covers and tidies up now for Forest Green. Here is Osborne using his strength, that buccaneering, pioneering spirit of his, to manoeuvre the ball forward. Murphy now in the wide area. What can he do? Knocks it back to Osborne. Osborne might try a shot from here. Does do! Whizzes over the crossbar, but that was a chance. The ball just, I think, it accelerated and flew upwards with real intensity, but skied over the bar by Isaiah Osborne, and no wonder I'm turning away rather disconsolately. Perhaps that ball could have been played back across the face of goal. Luke James was lurking with intent, but I think Osborne only had eyes for goal. I don't really mind a player having a shot. It shows a sign of, and there's a real kerfuffle and a real mistake in the box there. The defence doesn't cover itself in glory, and Newport County have been awarded a corner out of absolutely nothing. Let's hope that we can repel them and they don't capitalise from this. I think that was... Well, anyway, the ball's reached James. I think that was Alex Whittle that got his head on it, and now the break is on foot, and he just checks his run, but now he's timed that run perfectly well. Here's Murphy. He's got support in the box. What can Murphy do? The cross comes in too close to the goalkeeper, plucked out of the sky by Day, and another chance goes a begging for Newport County to put for Forest Green Rovers to put pressure on the Newport County goal. Murphy just delays far too long in that and is dispossessed by Quigley. Quigley takes the return from Newblay, who's just casually strolling around the area preparing to make his incisive run inside. Has Russell kept that one in play? He hasn't. It's a Newport County corner, the second of the game. We really haven't got out after 40 minutes. Russell comes out and pams that one out of the area, headed on by Murphy, and now here's James all on his own. What can he do? He's got to do this all on his own. He's now got support if he looks up and lays it back now to Murphy. Murphy, there's a run forward by Wishart. Wishart now, what can he do? Crosses the ball onto the box, and the header is just flicked away by the Newport County defender, but Forest Green Rovers will have the corner kick. What can we do with this? Can we threaten now? 42 minutes on the clock. In comes the header. James doesn't quite get enough purchase on it, and Wilmot will clear for Newport County. White, lovely turn, lovely flick back, and Poggenberg launches the ball forward to no avail, only to Bennett. Bennett now. Oh, Nublé's dropping back, and he's been here, there, and everywhere for Newport today. What a sensational performance by the veteran striker. The space out on the left, if Smith can look up, and he can. Goes to Collins. I don't think that was the intended recipient, but here's a chance for James if he can come inside. James rises the challenge, shoots and it's blocked, and a chance for Murphy, and just past the post. Oh, I thought that was going to just nestle in the back of the net. Gets his foot on the ball, has to just get his hip over it. Got enough of a connection, but unfortunately for Forest Green Rovers, it just kisses the far post and goes wide, and Day's taking an eternity over this goal kick. Surely Newport County not time wasting already. Launches it forward eventually. 3 minutes of stoppage time to be played at the end of the first half. Newport County have the precious goal. Frank Nublé using all his experience to swivel, evade the defender and dispatch his shot first time after 22 minutes to bag his 5th goal of the campaign. And Newport County are the side that have the precious advantage here at the new lawn. Forest Green Rovers were out of the match in an attacking contention. They didn't really get themselves back into things until the half-time approached. Murphy and James having shots on goal, peppering Day's goal. Murphy with the best of the efforts just before the half-time whistle blew, his effort going narrowly wide. And there's a list of the half-time scores as we have them. Accrington Stanley 0, Coventry City 1, Chesterfield 1, Morecambe 0, Colchester United 1, Carlisle United 1, Grimsby Town 0, Crawley Town 2, Lincoln City 1, Cambridge United 0, Luton Town 2, Stevenage 1, Mansfield Town 0, Swindon Town 1, Notts County 0, Barnet 1, Port Vale 0, Cheltenham Town 2, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Exeter City 1, Yeovil Town 0, Crewe Alexandra 0. There we go. There's my James Alexander Gordon impersonation for the day. Okay, I don't think we've done too badly. We've started to come more and more into it as an attacking force as the half wore on, particularly in those last 5 minutes before the half-time whistle shrilly blew. Hopefully, if we can have a continuation of that, if we can use that as a foundation, we may well be able to haul ourselves back into contention and revive our fortunes in the second half. We're still, of course, in the familiar position of trying to arrest a losing run. 2 consecutive defeats prior to this to Accrington Stanley and Notts County. Difficult games, it has to be said, against 2 of the better sides in the league, and Newport County also are one of the teams who are aspiring for promotion this season. Yeah, but we're talking there before the action rudely interrupted us about Jake Bugg being the sponsor of Notts County. I'm assuming that is the magician. Sorry, not the magician. The musician. I'm sure there is a magician called Jake Bugg who's available for children's parties and novelty events, but I'm assuming it's the musician Jake Bugg that Notts County are sponsored by. That's an interesting state of affairs. I wasn't aware of that, so it just leads me to wonder what other clubs might be sponsored by musicians. Appropriate musicians for appropriate clubs. Manili Villa? Would they appropriately sponsor Aston Villa? Of course, they were unmasked as frauds and fakes, so they probably don't even exist anymore, Milli Vanilli. If you can think of any, then by all means, type up a comment, engage, let the modern age embrace you, and be at one with the World Wide Web. Right, that was a load of nonsense, wasn't it? Anyway, let's just get on with the second half before I talk myself into an absolute drain and sewage pit of garbage chit-chat. It's bad enough as it is. James knocks the ball out to Collins. Collins to Downs. Downs sprays the ball to Roberts. Roberts, that's poor from Roberts. Wilmot intercepts, read that pass though. Ball in again, covered by Downs and thumped clear. Out for a Newport. Yep, it's a Newport County throw-in. Still 1-0 to Newport County. 47 minutes have elapsed on the clock. Yeah, we really do need to get a result out of this today just to pep up the confidence, because The second half performance against Notts County really was a credit to the club. I mean, we were incredibly unfortunate to come off the pitch with nothing at Meadow Lane, so hopefully with that in mind, we should go out into the second half with a lot of confidence and hope. Oh, shot comes in, blocked by Russell. Bennett's there ahead of the Newport County players, fortunately, and Forest Green Rovers come forward again. Osborne just knocks it wide and slightly behind him to Bennett. Oh, that was a risky pass by Bennett, but he got away with it. Wishart spins and flicks it out to Alex Whittle. Whittle looking for an option, plays it into Alan Smith. Smith dabs it out now to Downs. Encouraging period of possession and ball retention here by Forest Green Rovers. And still we have the ball. Downs lays it to Whittle, who's been a great run. Gets the cross into the box, heads towards the back post, knocked down by Murphy, but Day has read the situation and collects the ball in the 6-yard box. Yeah, Isaiah Osborne, I think, was the closest player to that. I think he was rather slow in realising what Murphy's intentions were. If he'd been a bit quicker and reacted a bit sooner, he could have been in on goal there. Anyway, Newport County come forward, blocked by Collins. It's been a auspicious start to the second half for Forest Green Rovers. Certainly, we seem to be knocking the ball around with a real confidence and a real ease, something that certainly wasn't prevalent in the first half. But we need to start creating opportunities as quickly. He comes forward and lays the ball into Newblay. That's just too much for Newblay. Downs reads it, and Downs deals with it. And here's Wishart. Wishart turns and sprays the ball to Murphy. There's a good run in behind, and here's James. James has only got the keeper to beat. Oh, that is smooth, that is composed, and that is a goal for Forest Green Rovers. James picks up the through ball, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, gives him the eyes, and slides it past them. Days beaten, Newport County's lead evaporates, and Forest Green Rovers have restored parity. It is Luke James, the flying machine of Forest Green, who strokes the ball home, and Forest Green Rovers are level after 62 minutes here at the New Lawn, and that, you have to say, is very much justified based on the second half display so far from Forest Green Rovers. Let's hope we can now build upon it. Downs gets a foot in there. That goes forward to Rhys Murphy, but Quigley's in. Quigley again. Newblay. Oh, exchange of pass for Rigg. Get the tackle in, and Rigg's going to wriggle his way through, and eventually he's denied, and the ball is thumped clear at the very last ditch moment. Whew. Sigh of relief for everyone connected with Forest Green Rovers there. As Newport County, after 65 minutes, keep the pressure on. Newblay gets it in. Collins and Quigley both slide for it. Collins gets the vital touch to clear. Here is Murphy now. Oh, it's a good pass by Murphy. Alex Whittle now steaming forward for Forest Green. He's got a man ahead. It's Luke James. Can he get on the end of it? He can. He's got a lot of work to do here, though. Holds his man off. Oh, no. And he's just nudged away by Bennett for Newport County. That's a bit disappointing. Newport County now trying to keep the ball in. Rigg does so. Rigg preparing another attack for Newport County down this right hand side, but Alan Smith intervenes, knocks the ball back, and this is now composed passing by Forest Green Rovers as they retain possession nicely. Downs lays it off now to Collins. Collins, another good incisive pass. Wishart lays it to Whittle. Whittle takes it back, runs it out of play. As Newport County make a substitution, Demetrio coming on, Poggeberg coming off, so we'll see how that changes the tables for Newport County. I thought Poggeberg had a reasonably decent game for them, but obviously he's tired and makes way for Demetriou. Here is Wilmot now. Wilmot, lovely ball out wide, but Bennett's watched that one all the way, gets his head on it, but it drops down behind him, and here's the substitute, Mickey Demetriou, plays the ball into the box. Newblay gets a flick on, but it's thumped clear on the 6-yard line by the Newport County defender Downs, and James can't control that. It slaps off his forehead and goes out for a throw-in. Newport County building again. 76 minutes on the clock. Alan Smith just puts that anywhere, and I think we'll make a substitution. Smith, he is completely exhausted. There's no more juice left in his tank, so he shall make way for Charlie Cooper. He hit the crossbar, hit the underside of the crossbar in the closing stages of the last match at Meadow Lane. And I think we will push Isaiah Osborne over to the left. Wishart's race is run, and we'll bring Keanu Mash Brown onto the right-hand side. There we go. Bit of a pep up, bit of an energy rejuvenation for Forest Green Rovers there. Let's see how this affects our play. Let's hope that we can play with a bit more incision and a bit more energy, a bit more let's play at a higher tempo now, Forest Green Rovers, as Wilmot takes the throw. Oh, he almost dispossessed it, but Wilmot takes the return pass. 13 minutes remain, still locked at 1-1 between Forest Green Rovers and Newport County. Roberts does exceptionally well. What's a dangerous ball across the face of the goal, and somehow we get away with it, and it's actually turned into a decent attack. Well, James rides 2 tackles, gets it wide, but Bennett's not paying attention, and Dimitriou intervenes and steals it off him, but Marsh Brown now in custody of the ball. Downs, oh, he's dispossessed. This could be a disaster. It isn't. Oh, he's hit the post, and then quickly the rebound. It looked easier to score, but he slammed it over the bar with the goal at his mercy. How on earth has Quigley missed that? I don't care, he's missed it. Let's just celebrate from a Forest Green Rovers point of view as Newport County make another change. Ben Tozer comes off, Michael Flynn takes to the fray. 81 minutes on the clock, and we have got off with an absolute let-off, a sitter there for Newport County. I still cannot believe that never went in the back of the net. We'll still be contemplating that one tonight, and we still won't be able to credit and fathom how that never ended up in the net. But here's Murphy now. Murphy, he's got the strength to come through. Murphy! Oh, and he just couldn't get the shot in, and eventually the Newport County players clear up the danger. It looked as though the ball might have just rolled into the back of the net of its own accord. Oh my goodness me. Drama and excitement and defensive calamities at both ends as we enter the last 5 minutes of the play, and it's still Forest Green Rovers 1, Newport County 1. Well, before the match I would have taken a point, but based on this second half performance, give or take 1 or 2 wobbles, I think we might have merited more than a point today as Nupley swings his foot, takes the shot, takes a deflection, and goes behind for a Newport County corner. A last chance with 3 minutes to go for Newport County to exert pressure to try get this winning goal, but Whittle's there. Whittle does well. James has got them now on the counter-attack. James accelerating forward. Can he play? Oh, he can't. Labadie gets the foot in and stifles James just when he was about to play in Reese. Unfortunately, Reese Murphy was about to play another shot, and Russell just gathers straight at him. Easy save for Sam Russell. He just tells everybody to calm down and then punts the ball forward. The 90 minutes have come and gone. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time now. Let's hold on, Forest Green. Nothing stupid now. Let's not concede a goal after all the hard work in the second half. Come on, there's a chance now, and James is clean through, and James can win it. James can win it. Oh, he does do! Oh, he's thundered the ball into the back of the net, and Newport County have succumbed with the last kick of the game, and Forest Green Rovers have won. Luke James has surely won it. That's the clincher. Oh, there was a moment when time stood still there. I thought he'd actually hit it way too hard and blasted it over the bar, but he took his time, he sized up his shot, and he has absolutely mullered it into the roof of the net. The net bulges. Luke James claims his second goal and surely now gives Forest Green Rovers their first win in 3 games. Luke James, that's his 5th goal of the season, and in 92 minutes, what a time to score. It looks as though Forest Green Rovers have taken this game. They have! Another absolutely unbelievable second half performance. We didn't get our just rewards up at Meadow Lane against Notts County last weekend. We have been rewarded this weekend thanks to our second half endeavours. Oh, look at the players, they're out on their feet. But what a win. What an absolutely stimulating second half. What an enjoyable second half. We almost threw it away. There were wobbles at both ends. Newport County looked the likelier to score, but we've hit them on the counter-attack, broken them on the break, and it's Forest Green Rovers 2, Newport County 1, thanks to a second half Luke James double. And the losing streak comes to an end once again. Well, we'll just take a moment to regain our breaths, and we'll have a look now at the League 2 table as everybody calms down, perhaps has a sip of something nice and strong to quell the nerves and quell the nervous excitement. Okay, we're in 16th now on 15 points. Let's have a look at the league table in full. So Notts County still lead the way on 32 points. They've got a nice 7-point cushion over Swindon Town. Exeter City have the third automatic promotion place on 25 points. Playoff places, Luton Town 24 points, Cheltenham Town 24 points, Crawley Town 21 points, Yeovil Town 19. And then, well, let's just see how far away we are from those playoff places. There we are now down in 16th place, 15 points. Yeah, we're only 4 points off a playoff place, so that's not too bad. I think that that gap can be bridged, so we shouldn't be too disconcerted or too disheartened. We need a run. You know, the only runs we seem to get are negative ones. We seem to go on a run of draws, which in themselves isn't so bad, or more specifically, a run of defeats. We need to go on a positive run. So hopefully in the next episode we face Coventry City. Yeah, that doesn't get any easier, I have to say. But, you know, there aren't any easy games in League 2. Oh, it's a bit of an old cliche, ain't it? There ain't easy games in League 2. There aren't. It's a very, very difficult league to extricate yourself from. But we're 4 points off the playoffs. Let's maintain that. Let's accentuate the positive. And in the next game, in the next episode, we will confront Coventry City. So that's the next game here on Pyramid to Premiership. Tomorrow, where Forest Green Rovers face Coventry City. The once mighty Coventry City, who won the FA Cup in 1987, you might recall. Or if you're too young, you probably won't. But I'm telling you, they did win the FA Cup in 1987. So if you've enjoyed that, and who wouldn't have enjoyed that? That was a pulsating match there. All of the videos from Pyramid to Premiership are on our YouTube page. That's BazzaD610, and you can subscribe to see more Forest Green Rovers and Pyramid to Premiership content. And also, don't forget, we are on a Bosman's holiday. We're just taking our time, cruising around Belgium, eating lots of mayonnaise and chips, moule, drinking a lot of high-strength Belgian beer, picking fights in the European Parliament, and also in our spare time assisting with the management of RSC Anderlecht. And we're top of the table at the moment, so things are going incredibly well for Anderlecht. And yeah, I think they're happy with my management skills. I think they're happy that my tinkering is bearing fruit and paying dividends at the moment. So our Bosman's holiday continues on our other FIFA 2018 career mode save. Don't miss that. The BazzaD YouTube channel, BazzaD610. All the videos are there, and more FIFA 2018 content at your disposal. No snazzy videos, no snazzy thumbnails, unless, of course, you say something to the contrary in the comments. If you want nice, snappy, snazzy videos, then tell me, but I think the content speaks for itself, folks. I am willing to be proven otherwise, however. So this has been BazzaD. Don't forget our Twitter feed, that's Offside Pies, offside_pies. And until tomorrow, we'll see you soon. Cobba.